Today's special guest on the podcast made his first appearance on the Cobbles 25 years ago. He came in as a simple butcher's boy but went out a hero. It's Ashley Peacock actor Stephen Arnold. Stephen, thank you so much for joining me for the chat today.
No problem whatsoever, Michael. How's things?
Good, yeah, not so bad, thank you. You?
Yeah, good. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yeah, plodding on.
Good. So, your character Ashley was one of the casualties of the famous tram crash that marked Corrie's 50th anniversary, and this year, of course, they're working up to celebrating the 60th anniversary in December. Does it really feel like it's been 10 years to you?
It's just absolutely flown by the time. To think it was 10 years ago, a decade ago that I left. It's so strange, but it's just absolutely flew. I've got to be honest. But, congratulations to the programme to getting to that milestone. It's fantastic. It just shows how the show's always pushed on and always been a success.
Absolutely. So we'll come to your latest project to be released, Thick As Thieves, in a little bit. So apart from that, what have you been doing since you've left Corrie?
Since I left, I started off doing a lot of stage work. I did plays like, my first ever play was, I played about Les Dawson called Sissy Nader, and then I went on to Thick As Thieves, did plays like The Accrington Pals, another two on the called Concrete Boots, Midsummer Night's Dream, Darling Buds of May, Jungle Book. There's quite a few. I just kept going from one job to another. I was really, really fortunate in that way. I did a lot of pantos as well. Like we was doing Easter ones, and as well as Christmas, and sometimes in the summer. So it was always staying active and learning a different side of acting. Really, being on stage and doing something completely different to what I was used to doing.
Yeah, now you've had a chance to perform in front of a live audience more. Is that something you prefer to do in camera work? Now you've had a chance to explore it?
Do you know what? I'm so lucky, Michael, to do both. I think doing both. You get your little hits off both of them, really. If you've had a really good day filming, but there's no better feeling than doing a play, especially a two-hander, and you get through it, and you and whoever you're working with, you've done a good job, and the audience have walked away with a smile on their face, and you get a good applause at the end of it. There's not many jobs that you get applauded to every night, so you're very lucky to do something that you love.
That Sissy and Ada thing you mentioned as well, not only was that Les Dawson originally, it was also Corrie alumni Roy Barraclough as well, wasn't it?
Roy Barraclough, yeah. What a great character he was, and a great actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
His career speaks for itself. He was, I worked with him a little bit at Coronation Street. He was just at the end of his time when I was there, but he was just very special. We used to do tech runs and stuff, and he just used to have everybody in stitches. He was fantastic.
So, how did you find the transition between playing the same role for 15 years and then taking on all these other characters?
I found it really exciting, to be honest. Playing the same character for such a long time, and then having to reinvent myself and re-challenge myself and do different things. I really enjoyed it, especially I was so scared about doing Shakespeare at first, but it was one of my most enjoyable jobs, to be honest. Once I got my head around it and started to understand it, I really enjoyed investigating into different characters and seeing how they'd work and giving them different accents, and the postures are different, and obviously on stage as well, it was about being a lot bigger, where TV, you hit your mark and you speak your lines and that's it basically, but on stage it's just you have to be so much bigger and really project. It took a while to get used to it, but once I started, the first job I did, I think it was Panto. When I first left, it was with Britt Eklund and Lynn McGrange and a fantastic comic called Aidan J. Harvey. And I was so fortunate that I was working with experienced people, and they helped me through it, and I learned so much off them in that very first time on stage, to be honest.
Yeah. Did you find that being a popular carry-on Corrie helped you get more work, or did you find that casting directors might only imagine you playing a certain kind of role at first?
In both. At first, it was, Coronation Street enabling to get roles, people, especially for panto and stuff, you just come out and it was getting bums on seats, so it worked in that way. But I really did have to reinvent myself, because I think when you establish character for such a long time, you have to go and show people that you can do different things, I remember taking on a part doing Charlie Chaplin's story, and I played 8 different characters in that.
Wow.
And that was really, really good to do. I really enjoyed that. It was good that people come and see you something completely different, you know.
Yeah, it's good to be able to show off your range, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, as best as you can, anyway.
So, do you still keep in touch with many ex-Corrie people? Because I know that you've done a bit of work since leaving with the likes of Nick Cochrane, obviously Johnny Dixon, and As Thieves. Are you still pals with any of the old guys?
Yeah, of course. I think, you know, if you work there for such a long time, you create so many good friends and friends that you'll have forever. You know, if you're on a show 15 years, it was like the second part of my life after school, really. So I grew up with a lot of them. So yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of people from the street.
Yeah, I've seen you doing a bit of meat selling with Andy Wyman on the market sometimes as well. What's that all about?
Yeah, we do it all. We just do a PA for some butcher companies. Town and country meats and stuff, and we go and do a couple of hours like giving out meat and stuff. We have a right laugh doing that. I really enjoy doing that with Andy. And it's always great to see Andy too. You know, he's such a good lad, and it's just good to catch up with him. We always have a coffee beforehand and have a catch up, and then do our work. So, do
you find that you kind of take up on the role of Ashley and Kirk again, or are you definitely Steve and Andy?
No, you've got to. If people come up calling you Ashley, then you just play along with it. You know, that's what you're there for. So it's good fun, to be honest. You know, people do still believe that you are actually him. Which is quite amazing after 10 years.
Even though they saw the joinery fall on top of you.
Yeah, and I still get surprised to this day when people pull me up and I think, God, it was years ago. How do you remember it? You know, I've gone bald since then. You know?
So let's talk about Thick as Thieves then. So this was a short film project released online a couple of weeks ago. How would you describe the story to our listeners?
It's a farce basically about two hapless burglars that break into... the original one was a play. We did the play of it 6-7 years ago now, directed by David Crowley, and such a fantastic director. I just love working with David. He's taught me so much over the years. And we did it in a pram shop.
Really?
And it's about two lads. Yeah, it's about two boys that break into an house, and it's just one mistake after the next, and it's just hilarious. A fantastic writer called Mark Whiteley wrote it, and it's just hilarious. I mean, as soon as I started reading it, I thought, I've got to do this. And when they told me it was in like a pram shop, and it was such an intimate audience, you know, because everyone was crammed in, and you just basically stood there, and someone would be sat right against your leg. Or it was such a strange environment to be in, but a great one. I think it really worked for it. But to explain it, it's just full of fun. It's just about two lads that think they're a lot cleverer than what they are, and they haven't got a bloody clue really. But they just go through this play, and it's just one mistake. I can't say too much about it because I don't want to give the game away, but it's just laugh after laugh really. And Johnny Dixon is just such a pleasure to work alongside. He's just got such great comic timing. You know, we've worked together about 7 or 8 times, me and Johnny, over the years, and it's always a pleasure to work with him.
I loved him, and I watched it on Monday night, I think, all the way through. Hilarious. Johnny Dixon, as you say, it's such brilliant comic timing. He had me in stitches, honestly.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's you know, and I think Steph and Barry really bounce off each other. I think it's wrote like that, but yeah, it was originally done as a play. I think when they first ever did it, the writer Mark Whiteley, he actually performed Steph, and they actually went round houses in the country and performed it in people's houses.
Wow, so it sounds like a real kind of passion project for him then, that he's still keeping on going with it, and now he's turned it into this short film series.
Well, David actually, after he directed it, David got in touch last year and just said, you know, I'm thinking about doing 8 episodes, 7 minutes each, and we're going to put it on film. So he basically then, David took it on and like rewrote stuff and made it work for like a TV series really. So hopefully it gets picked up and we get to get it out there.
Yeah, so how would you say that the move to the film series has benefited it?
I think it's great. I think it's a bit different. You know, it's a different scenario than a warehouse. There's other characters involved, because when we did it, it was just me and Johnny in the play. Yeah. And now we have like there's like Steph, Barry, there's La, you know, there's all these other characters that come in, and you know, they'll all play wonderful characters, and it just makes it a bit bigger. And I really enjoy. I've enjoyed doing both. I couldn't say one was better than the other one. I've just really enjoyed us both. You know, doing a live audience, because I think the play run at about 2 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we just had to be really compact in the series and just get as much in as we could in such a short space of time. But we had some great fun doing it. You know, that day I think David shot it beautifully. The lighting was lovely.
Yeah.
You know, the score was great. He just did a fantastic job with it, and he got some fantastic actors in.
It is. It's really well done. I hope it does, you know, get a bit of recognition. I hope it goes on to do well, because I really enjoyed watching it the other day.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing it too. So hopefully there's a lot more of that in the future.
Yeah. Well, let's get onto Coronation Street then. So it's only been in the past couple of months, I don't know whether you know this, that your first appearance on Coronation Street has been repeated on ITV's classic Corrie reruns way back in '95. What can you remember about, you know, getting the gig on Corrie the first time?
The first day, I think I was filming Common as Muck at the same time, and I did that in the morning, and then went off and started filming Common as Muck at the night. But it was fantastic. And obviously, I met John on that day, John Saviden, who was just absolutely wonderful with me. You know, he'd just come with such a wealth of experience, and if I'm honest, I didn't know him at first. But once we started doing the scripts, I thought, blinking heck, he's good. Yeah. You know, I'd love to work with him a bit more. I could learn so much off him, and I think my first impression of going there was John, really.
I'm not surprised. Fred was obviously a massively larger than life character. I can only imagine that John was, you know, similar.
Yeah, but it was, you know, and I say this to everyone, John Saviden taught me 99.9% of what I know. Everything that, you know, if I pick up a play now and read a play, it's always his advice that he'd give me, and how to look at scripts and how to break them down. It was just fantastic with me. I learned so much off that man. I owe him a lot, you know, for taking me under his wing and looking after me as we did. And I think because we had such a nice rapport together, you know, when we did the serious scenes, they were quite easy to do, because, you know, we thought a lot about each other, and, you know, it was just so easy to work with, and he was just a master. He was just a master of comedy, and he was a master of, you know, if he had anything serious at all, he'd make me look at it in a different way and think of it like an actor would and stuff, you know, because I think everything I did previous to that, I went on and, you know, I think my first film I did, This Boy's Story, I'd come out of school and I got directed all the time, but he made me think in different ways. So yeah, it was absolutely fantastic with me.
So the first couple of times you were in Corrie back in '95, I think you were just in like 2 episodes in the butcher shop then. Did you have any inkling that it would go on to become more of a permanent role?
There was talk about it, but no, not to the length that it went to. You know, I never expected to do 15 years there. I didn't, but once you're in, it's like time just goes past so quickly. Yeah. You know, you look back and think, blinking heck, I've been here 8 years now, and then next thing you're there for 12, and then it just flies by. But no, I didn't expect to be in it for that long. But when I went there, they were so great with me. You know, all the cast and all the crew, and it was just somewhere I wanted to be at the time. I just really enjoyed being there.
Yeah. So for the first couple of years on the show, Fred was always, you know, Uncle Fred to Ashley. That all changed in 1999 when Ashley discovers he's actually Fred's son. What was your reaction about to hearing that bombshell?
I think I really enjoyed that. That's one of my most favourite storylines, because I think it was mine and John's first chance to show a serious side. You know, there was always Ashley and Fred having, you know, like comedy acting. It was always funny in the butchers and stuff, and all the scenes was like comedic, really. So to have that first major storyline that was, you know, quite harrowing for Ashley and for Fred, it just gave me and John the chance to show that we had another side to us as well, which was great. And that's always stuck in my mind as one of my favourite storylines, that because of that. And obviously, you know, if the writers see that in you, then you get bigger and bigger storylines as the time goes on.
Yeah, of course. Was it strange having to carry on at Corrie without John after he left the show?
Yeah, it was strange. You know, I used to go in the butchers and like see his apron, you know, up on a track, and it was a bit strange. It was strange because you always seem to get associated. It was always, like Jack and Vera. Everyone always associated Fred with Ashley and Ashley with Fred. It was always that case, and it was a bit. I did miss him, of course I did, because we worked so closely together for so many years, and like I say, we had such a good rapport together.
Yeah.
But he wanted to move on, and that was John's choice, and it was for the best for him. So, it's what we do. People move on and do different things, and that's what happened. But I did miss him.
Yeah, but I mean, he was one of the characters that you were really closely associated to. Obviously, the others included Maxine and Claire, Ashley's two wives. What are some of your memories of working with those two actresses, with Tracy and Julia?
Just great fun. I mean, I hit it off with Tracy straight away. We had such a good laugh together. I think we worked well together. It was a real odd couple at the time as well.
Yeah.
You'd have never put them in real life. You'd never put them both together.
No.
But we made it work, and she was just great fun, Tracy. And Jules, she was just an absolute angel to work with. She was just bang on it all the time. I had a great relationship with both of them. It was, I was so fortunate to get partnered up with two great girls.
That was another serious moment for Ashley when old Maxine got smashed in the head.
Yeah, that was another big storyline with old Richard Hillman. Yeah,
that's like probably one of the most memorable deaths on Coronation Street, I have to say.
I just think Brian Kaplan that played Richard, I just thought he was just phenomenal. Everyone was talking about it at the time. What's he going to do next? And he just played it to a T for me, off the tee. He was just brilliant, I thought, and it was quite funny as well. There was times where you'd always have a laugh, and he was just great fun to work with as well. So I think he absolutely smashed it.
Yeah, he was great. I also remember back from I think it must have been in one of your earlier years in this show. Ashley was paired up with Zoe Tattersall, played by Jo Froggatt, and she's gone on to have massive success now, hasn't she? In Downton Abbey and the like. So that was that was like the religious cult story, which is quite infamous for being one of Corrie's most bizarre, I think. What do you remember working about on that story and how it was perceived at the time?
Well, I always remember it, obviously working with Joanna, what a fabulous actress she is. She was so special. You could see it then, even when she was younger, that she was very, very talented. Yeah. But one thing that sticks in my mind about that, the cult was called Nirab. And I didn't know this at first, but that was an anagram for Brian, and Brian Parks was the producer. And so that everyone was going, Nirab, why is it called Nirab? And then when we got to the bones of it, it was because it was an anagram of Brian, so that's why that went in there. But it was a funny old story like that. But it was good fun to do. I think that's where I was so fortunate in the street to get partnered up with so many great people like Tracy, like Julia, Joanna, John Savin, and I was very fortunate in that respect. And every storyline was really enjoyable to do, whether it was serious or comedic, because it was always a fresh challenge and something new. So that was a great thing to do. Yeah,
that story also had Bern Gorman in, didn't it? Who played the cult leader, and he's gone off to do bigger things as well now.
He's Bern, wasn't it? Yeah, I've seen him in such great stuff.
Yeah, one of his earlier roles. So another funny story, Ashley's story that I remember was when you'd done your boxing gloves and faced off against a rival butcher, and that tied nicely into your love of boxing off screen, yeah?
Yeah. I used to box amateur as a boy. I used to love it. I used to come home from school, get my kit on and run to the gym and go boxing 4 or 5 times a week. But it come about that we was at a Christmas do, and I was sat next to one of the writers, and he said, what are you passionate about, Steve? And then I told him about boxing. And he said, oh, right. And I think it's the only time I've ever had any influence on a storyline. He said, oh, right. And he went away, and next minute, there's an arranged butcher's fight between 2 butchers. So he listened to what I said and put it in there. But that was probably one of the most enjoyable things I've ever done, that, because working... Nick Bagnall played Maddox, and he was just great. He'd come and stayed at my house a couple of nights in a week and stuff, because he was from London, and we just had such great fun doing that. Yeah. It was really fun. And I think what was difficult, because I used to box, was getting in the ring and trying to look bad. And I went into this cafe one day, and the old boxing coach was there just after the storyline.
Yeah.
And he come over and gave me a nudge. He said, what are you playing at, you? He said, oh, look, everything I taught you. He said, you look rubbish on screen. I said, I'm supposed to, on it. Yeah, it was good fun doing that storyline. I enjoyed it.
That was funny. Like the Maddoxes were like, you know, mirror images of Fred and Ashley, weren't they, in a way?
Yeah, and yeah, they were so similar, you know. And I think the accent that Nick put on as well was great. And obviously his dad, you know, was quite a similar build to John, and it just made it work. It made it really funny.
Yeah.
Great casting by the casting directors.
So obviously your time as Ashley came to an end in December 2010 when we saw you saving Nick and Peter from the wreckage of the tram crash before, you know, being buried under the rubble. So as Corrie exits go, I'd say it's certainly one of the most heroic. What did you think of the way that they chose to write Ashley out of the show in the end? For
me, there was no better way to go. I think it did justice for the character. I think he'd had a lot of storylines, you know, really emotional ones. I think he'd done everything he possibly could, really. And I think it was his time, to be fair. Do you know which I mean? I think it was his time to go, and it was just the best way to go. You know, the exit for, you know, the episode just before the live. You know, it was such a privilege to do it, and I really enjoyed that. I thought, you know, I didn't want to leave in the back of a taxi. I thought, if I'm going to go, get killed off and go for it big, and that's what they give me, and it was Bill. I was over the moon with that, to be honest.
Well, the fact that it was part of the 50th anniversary celebrations means that everyone's always going to remember it as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it was. It was that. You know, I only watched it recently. I never watched it at the time, because obviously when I left, I went straight onto Panto.
Yeah.
So I never actually got to see the live episode. And I watched it, and I just thought they did a great job with it. You know, I went back and did Coronation Street at Christmas in October, and they showed some clips from it as well, which made me want to watch it. And they just did it so well, and you know, it was just such. You know, they spent a lot of money on them episodes. We you know, the budget was massive for them to make it right, and it was just the best way to go. It really was. Was it
hard work to film? I mean, I can't remember how much other kind of, you know, action stunt kind of work that you'd had to do before then.
No, it was different. We had to set up in a different studio for them final scenes, because they had where the studio was. Obviously, got no ceiling, but they had how can I explain it? They just put loads of rubble on the top of these like metal shafts, and then tipped them down every now and again to get the effect and stuff, which is really good. Yeah. But that's why we had to use a different studio with the dust and all the rubble, and to make it look authentic and make it look real. Yeah. It was just great, and working with Ben Price and Chris Gascoigne. You know, Chris was a really good mate of mine on the street, and to do my final scenes with him was brilliant. Yeah.
Would you like to have been able to have the chance to perform in the actual live episode?
I did the live on the 40th, so...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I wasn't... You know, how it panned out, I think it just works all around, really, so I wasn't thinking, I wish I'd done the live. I'd have been involved in it, of course I would have, but at the time I was just happy with what I had, you know, and the way I was going, so... Yeah. I think you made an appearance. I didn't have to get nervous.
I think you made an appearance where your voice did, at least, so they had Claire listening to the voicemail that you'd left her.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that's pre-recorded on the live, so
Well, Steve, it's been lovely speaking to you. That's about all we've got time for now, but before we finish, what other projects have you got in the pipeline that we can look forward to in the future?
Yeah, I'm doing, I've got a few other web series to do. I'm doing a film called Green Jacket. Yeah. Another one called Monster. What else am I doing? There's another series that's getting wrote called Moonfish that I'm going to do, and just quite a few shorts, because I do quite a bit of directing now. So
yeah, I've heard that as well. Actually, I didn't even ask you about that. How's that been, being a director as well?
It's been great. I've loved it. I've loved every minute of doing it. I co-direct with a lad called Lee Howard, and we do loads of stuff together. We do a lot of shorts, and I've got a lot of. Hence why I work with Nick Cochran again. I got him in to do one for us, and I just really enjoy that side of it. It's different, but you learn on the other side of the camera now, which is great, you know, and watching actors evolve and seeing how they work it and stuff. It's really good fun, that.
Yeah, is it something you'd always wanted to have a go at, or did you just say, "Oh, let's give it a try"?
Yeah. I'll just give it a go, and I do quite a lot of it now, which is great. But yeah, I've signed for Panto at Christmas, so that's another job. But just doing a lot of independent films at the minute, which I really enjoy. You know, playing different characters and that. It's just when we're going to film them now, getting the dates.
Yeah, of course.
And getting them in.
Yeah. Oh, good luck with all that, and we'll look out for those other projects as well. Wonderful talking to you, Stephen. I can't believe it's been 10 years since Ashley died. How time has flown.
No, thank you so much for your time, Michael, and all the very best in everything you do, mate.
Thank you very much. You too. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.